let's have fun. Start. Hi, I'm Giacomo, and I'm a barista. I was wondering in the last period, which is the role of barista today? First of all, brew a great cup of coffee for their customer, in this case you. Make research and innovation for the industry, but I think barista should also involve other barista to our beautiful community. Sonia, some water for you. Today, for my espresso and for my signature drink, I'm going to use a coffee from a great friend of mine, Jamison Savage. It's a Panamanian coffee called Apex. Geisha variety, extended natural process. Okay, I will give you later more information about this coffee, but now it's time to grind it. So please turn the page. We are at page 1. I'm using 20 grams of coffee, but I divide these 20 grams in 3 microdose of 6.8 gram each. I discover first through a sensory analysis and then supported by a laser technology analysis that with this technique I have a much better espresso. In fact, as you can see in front of you, using this technique I have less fine, so a more uniform curve, less time of contact between coffee and burns. That means less eating, so less bitter and less dryness. So I'm able to have a much more complexity and clarity. Super. I roast this coffee 15 days ago with another great friend of mine, Paolo. In order to be able today to give you a very complex cup of espresso. As I promised to you, time for more information about this coffee. So please, guys, turn the page. I'm using 20 in for 48 out. And the first 4 espresso are for my signature drink. Once again, welcome and thanks to be here, my friend. I will cool down my espresso and we will join later. To produce this amazing natural geisha, Jamison bought cherry from different farms. He selected this farm in the Vulcan and Bouquets area for their dedication to ecology and their high quality standard. Then he selected carefully the cherry for their color, ripeness and sugar content. And then he put in the drying bed. This process is so unique also because he designed this drying bed. It's a modulated drying bed. So by agitation, he's able to have a much more uniform dryness and more clarity again. As you can understand, clarity is a very important point for me. When the coffee, temperature and humidity always under control to avoid over fermentation. When the coffee achieves 10.5% of humidity, you remove it. You put in a grain brew bag and then store for 90 days in a cold room to have some rest. Super. I want to give you now my espresso cup profile. So please turn the page. We are at page 3. In my espresso, you will find cherry, red apple, plums, and cocoa finishing. Again, 20 in, 48 out. In my espresso, guys, you have a lovely mix between yellow and red fruits. In a very creamy mouthfeel in the first sip. The acidity is medium and malic. Sweetness is medium to high and bitterness is medium to low. It's very round and smooth with a so nice clean finishing. Please enjoy my espresso. So, no rush. I know it's not easy. Do what you're doing. So guys, it's time to the milk beverage. So please turn the page. We are at page 4. In this case, I'm going to use 20 grams, but in a traditional way, because I need more fine particles to highlight the espresso flavor and more body in my milk beverage. I'm using an Ethiopian coffee that I discovered last May thanks other two great friends of mine, Sasha Sestik and John Gordon. And honestly, when I try this in John milk beverage, I get in love. It's a natural Guji, carbonic, natural jasper carbonic maceration process, growing in the Guji area at 2,300 meters on sea level, processed by Messina Washing Station. By using this, in this process, by using CO2, first of all, they are able to avoid over-oxidation of cherries and then to highlight the fruity flavor of this amazing Ethiopian coffee. 20 in, 36 out in this case. So, page 5, cup profile of my milk beverage. As you can see, in my milk beverage, you have, guys, cherry, ram raisin, and melted white chocolate. And here I am. I steam a full-fat creamy milk and I froze it for 24 hours, 2 liters. Then I defroze it in 4 hours in order to obtain 1.5 liters. In this way, I remove 25% of water, and this one increases sweetness and texture to my milk beverage. So please enjoy, my friend. I choose this cup not only because it's cute, but because it's 100 ml, and that is very important for me, because give me the right balancing between espresso and milk. Please enjoy. I steam it around 25 to 60 degrees because I found at this temperature the best sweetness for my espresso and for my milk beverage. Please enjoy again.
5 minuti, 5 minutes.
Ciao Luca. In your milk beverage, I want to remind you the flavor that you will find. So cherry, raisin, and nice white melted chocolate finishing. Please enjoy. Thank you. In this case, you're the first one. So, last page, page 6, is my signature drink. In my signature drink, I want to highlight the flavor that you enjoy before in my espresso. So, first of all, I'm pouring 35 ml of this infusion that I prepared 24 hours ago, made by 50 grams of dark cherry, prepared by Luciano, old friends from my family, and 25 ml of water. This one to highlight the fruity red fruits. I warm it for 10 seconds just to reduce the acidity and increase sweetness. Second ingredients, other 35 ml of another infusion prepared 24 hours ago, made by 50 grams of apricot jam and 25 ml of mineral water. This one for clarity and yellow fruits. And then the last step is my espresso. I cool it down to increase the body by 6 plastic ice cubes in order to don't dilute it. I wanna you see my espresso, not just a regular espresso, but as an ingredient. Because with this multi-dosing technique, I was able to give much more complexity to my lovely drink. Last step.
3 minuti, 3 minutes.
Quickly flash of nitrogen. This is just for texture. The same creamy, lovely, smooth texture that you enjoy before in my espresso. That's it. In my signature drink, you will find, please write down in order to have a better experience later. Cherry. And then you will find plums with a lovely cocoa finishing. Super. So now, follow me. Have the first sip touching the bottom part of the cup. That one reminds you the creamy texture of my drink. Then leave down. Now, I would like you to smell the aroma. You want to drink, right? Wait a second more. Just swirl the glass again. Desire is the most important thing sometimes. So please have the second sip. But in this case, focus attention on the upper part. That is much more elegant. Again, cherry, plums, coconut finishing. You know what?
1 minuto, 1
The third
minute.
one. That is my favorite one. What we'll give to you is something amazing that reminds you what Jamison did in his farm, how complex it was his work, and how beautiful is our job. We saw, you see, very simple routine. Because I realized that sometimes we saw in the competition very complex routine, but far from the reality life
30
of specialty
secondi.
coffee shop. And this one could scare the new generation of barista. That barista that are watching us now, I want to say to that barista, community means have friends. And thanks to friends, I discovered great coffee. I understood better the equipment, and I was able today, with other friends, to share my idea of specialty coffee. Time!
Un applauso per Giacomo Vannelli.